What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Blueberry Gaming. My name is Blueberry. Of course, today we're going to be talking about the Switch beating the Xbox One and the PS4. Let's get into the video. So I had a 3DS. I really love Nintendo, and I had pretty much every product Nintendo has had. My last product that I bought was a Nintendo 3DS. I never purchased a Wii U because of the games. It didn't really have that many games that was coming out for it, so I never was too interested in the Wii U. But I always loved Nintendo's products. I still feel like the Wii U was a huge failure for Nintendo. They really didn't do that great with sales, and a lot of companies didn't want to really make games for the Wii U because it wasn't selling. Nobody really wanted to buy it, so it would have been a bad investment for many companies to make games for it because they wouldn't have made their money back. So I feel like the Wii U was a failure. It didn't give me that much hope for their next console. Even Wii U was the first one to come out from the Xbox One and the PS4, and it had a jump start on sales. So I would have thought that Nintendo would have really beat the competition because they were the first ones to really come out with something. So I was really skeptical about it. I had a PS4 to start with, and then I got an Xbox One and my PC built up so I could play games on there as well. So I wasn't too much thinking about the NX at all, but it's surprising because I know that the NX started off with Zelda. That was their major selling point for the NX because everybody wanted to play Zelda. But it keeps surprising me with all the new releases that's coming out, LA Noire, that surprised me that it was coming out. Doom and Skyrim being remade for the NX. It's surprising. So it seems like there's a lot of games that can come out for it. I really love my Vita. That was one of my favorite handhelds, was the Vita. And I think it was a really good piece of hardware that a lot of people didn't get a chance to try out. I think if they would have played it or used it, they would have sparked their interest and more people would have bought it, which sucks because the Vita was really, really before its time, because now the NX has the same screen as the Vita does. And I think a lot of companies wasn't recognizing that what the Vita was and what it could have done and all its capabilities. The Wii U was a failure, and I feel like what they were trying to capture with the Wii U was the NX. So I feel like when they put out the NX, it was skeptical. A lot of people was, but now it's kind of becoming it's something that I want to buy. I definitely want to get an NX now, since I'm seeing so much coverage and everybody talking about it and all these games coming out for it. I think a lot of games are going to come out in the future for it. The Xbox is doing pretty well with its Scorpio. That's pretty much it. I don't feel like the Xbox is doing its potential because of all its major releases being canceled. And I feel like a lot of people are banning the Xbox and treating it kind of like they did the Wii U or something like that, because it's not doing great on sales. It's not doing great on exclusives. There's really no reason to have an Xbox besides a PlayStation 4 other than better capabilities for the Scorpio. That's pretty much the only reason you would want an Xbox console over the PlayStation console. The last generation, I had an Xbox 360, and that was my favorite console. I feel like it really hurt itself. I feel like Microsoft really hurt themselves at the beginning when they didn't want to allow people to have offline capabilities, and we had to download a huge update just to start it. So you had to have mandatory internet, and whether people had internet or not, it just didn't seem like they were making a console for the consumers. We couldn't see their vision for what they were trying to make possible, and we wasn't ready for digital. I don't think the world was ready for digital only right then, even though we're moving more towards digital gaming, and most of my games are digital now. So since we're moving more towards that, I feel like they were moving in the right direction. I just don't think people was ready for it. And I think Sony just soaked up all that attention and brought it more into the PS4. So the PS4 got a lot more coverage and support because people was going against Xbox and Microsoft. So the PlayStation 4 seems like it's doing really well. It has a good library of games, has a lot of things you can play, and they're constantly coming out with updates and stuff. So the PlayStation 4 is doing pretty well. The NX, the hardware that it has, it seems so much more convenient that you can bring it everywhere and take it different places. And I feel like since it is portable, that's one console that you can always have. Even if you do have an Xbox or a PlayStation or a PC, you can still be playing the NX at the exact same time. So it's one of those consoles that can just go alongside whatever other console or gaming system that you are using. It makes it much easier and more, you can be a more consistent gamer that way. And I can see a lot more titles coming out for the NX in the future. So it really surprised me. It did a lot to bring back its old Nintendo fans and bring a lot of hope for the future for Nintendo. So the NX is doing great. I'm definitely going to get one. I really want to have one. I don't have one now because I was skeptical. And now that I see that it's coming out with a lot of new things, I'm going to jump on it and see what's up, see what the buzz is about, see what everybody's talking about. That's going to be it for me today. I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Like the video if you can. I really appreciate that. My name is Bluedaberry, and I'm out.